Hello, hello. How's everyone doing out there? A little YDBT Daily coming at you from Lund Racing HQ. If you guys can hear me, put a 1 on the chat. Put a 1 on the chat right now if you can hear me, because I don't know. I kind of messed around with the settings, moved the laptop around. And if you can confirm that you can hear me, we'll just get after it and talk a little bit about what's going on at Lund Racing HQ. Coming at you, little YDBT Daily. You know what it is. So I'll wait for the ones to come through if you can hear me. Trading. Everyone's hitting me up. It's funny, like every time I start the show, it's like everyone hits me up at the exact same time. All right, you can hear me fine. Excellent. So as you can see, I have the gray goose, blue goose, black bean as a background, and I'm telling you, it's nice to see all the cars together. 2 of the 3 are running and complete. The blue goose needs, probably a good week's worth of work to actually be up and running. But yeah, I'm up here in Lund Racing HQ. Came up here to do some training specifically on the TDN network, not the app side of things. The app side of things is up to you guys. And I think you guys will have a pretty good experience with that once we're ready. Don't even ask about invites. Don't even ask about any of that bullshit. Don't even ask to be put on a network until we, in an official capacity, let you know. But it is a little bit more work on my end. But I think the end user experience is good. As always, there's quirks, there's RTD. The old RTD is only compatible with Android only. I think the RTD Plus, if I'm not mistaken, is iPhone and Android, and the MPVI is obviously iPhone and Android. But if you have the old RTD and you want to use, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but you might have to ask HP tuners this, not tuners. Tuners don't make these devices. If you want to use an old RTD, I'm sorry, the original RTD with the TDN app, then I think it's Android only. And you're going to have to, someone said iPhone for the win, not for the old. If you have the original RTD, iPhone won't work. Now, maybe they'll fix that. Maybe the guys at HP Tuners will fix that. But if you guys want clarity on that subject specifically, I would definitely hit up HP Tuners. Don't hit up your tuners about this, guys. We do not make the RTD. We do not make anything on the TDN app. We simply use it. So I did it on my car. I did some data logging on my car, and it's pretty user friendly once the connection is established. Just as like every single Bluetooth operated device. Like, how many times do you guys have a Bluetooth device that you have to connect 2 or 3 times to make it work? Well, this is no different. I don't think this will be much different. I think you guys will have a similar experience where, hey, just try again and it should work properly. But again, any frustrations, any issues with it, you got to hit up HP Tuners, because all we're doing is using it. But I think on the end user side of things, it's going to be nice, because on the phone, once it connects to Bluetooth, but you got to have a good internet connection, guys. That means if you have Cricket Wireless, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem if you have Cricket Wireless, because you guys need to have a good signal above all. A good signal above all. Don't think that you're going to be doing okay if you have no signal and be able to use like in the middle of tuning, right? So if you're in the middle of uploading a tune, you're going to have to have a good internet connection. But at the end of the day, I think you're going to have to, just like the RTD app on the laptop, you're going to definitely need a good internet connection, just like you would on a Bluetooth situation. You got to have a good cell signal in order for everything to work properly. So say hi to the people here, get to your questions and all this bullshit and all the silliness that happened over the weekend, which wasn't really much on the Mustang side of things. It's kind of been on the quiet side. We're going to go do some testing on the Gray Goose Wednesday morning. So if you guys are Lund Racing customers, expect some delays on Wednesday, because we're going to go testing. Every once in a while, we do like to go to the track too. And, the only time we really can do it is during the daytime. And we're going to be, doing some testing. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know which track. I haven't heard yet. Could be, 3 tracks that are in close proximity to us. So I'll see what track that ends up being at. I don't think I'll let you know, because we don't want fans there. We got Fresh Pastelazo, Denzel. Sorry if it's a little slow. I don't have the soundboard or my mouse, so it's going to be all laptop city. I Smell Butthurt, Denzel, S550, Joni, Bill Morrison, Yonce, 50, Ford More Performance, Andrew Martin, Miguel Salazar, Frank DiMaggio. We got Coyote Fury, Cracker, Jonathan Salazar, Douglas Gonzalez, the resident Portuguese here. Bring your wood screws. Miguel Mejia, where we're doing it live. Coca-Cola. Bondobird became a new member, or did he finally get some money on his Metro PCS? Shit, Wesley Stewart. Juan Arturo Velez, Toledo, 1Slow50, Coca-Cola, Cash Money, and a whole bunch of other people checking in from Ukraine, says Second Shift Racing. I highly doubt he's checking in from the Ukraine. That'd be crazy if he was obviously checking in from the Ukraine. Good luck to the people with a track in the middle of nowhere. That's okay. Now that's probably going to be the biggest issue. So even if you have multiple tunes on your phone or the TDN network, it is 100% depending on your cell connection, guys. Don't get mad at us if you don't have a great cell connection, say at South Georgia Motorsports Park, MIR, NMRA, where everybody is live streaming, everybody is uploading to YouTube, everyone is on the cell network and drawing it down. So if you're trying to make changes during that time, well, you might have some delays and some difficulty. So it's just part of the game. Alex, do you think you'll ever get a Gen 1 again? I do have a Gen 1. I have the 14 GT500. You mean Gen 1 Coyote? I thought you meant Gen 1. It's not really a Gen 1 because it's a GT500. I don't know. The only way I would get a Gen 1 if it was a very pretty Gen 1, right? Something like a ruby red or a red clear coat tinted metallic, whatever the hell it is. I like that red color. Black I wouldn't get anymore because you gotta be psycho to unless you ceramic coat the car for black, because you're cleaning it all the time. In Florida, you're constantly washing cars. It's ridiculous. So in my opinion, it'd have to be a really pretty red car. And then I'd probably do the NA stuff for a little bit, just to fuck around and see if I can go well into the 10s NA, and then, but not go max effort, because then you got to tin can the thing. And then we'll see about turbo, blower, whatever. I don't think I'd go all out with the Gen 1, to be honest with you. The sweatshop gave Bondobird a raise. Shit, talking that shit. Race red like mine. No, I don't like race red on Gen 1. I like race red on Gen 2. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's just the body lines or whatever, but Gen 2 race red, in my opinion, looks sexy. Looks absolutely sexy as hell. Hold on. I mean, just again, guys, sorry. I gotta answer the texts that come through, especially if they're customers and work related. I have to kind of answer them. I apologize. So it'd have to be a race red. I'm sorry, a ruby red, a classy, nice red, as opposed to the race red in Gen 1. I didn't like it. I don't like Kona blue. I already have a Kona. I have a deep impact blue. Blue's great, but the only blue I like is a deep impact blue. Kona blue, not a big fan. Sorry. Alex, I just bought a Mantic for my Gen 2, says 1Slow50. I'm going to be installing it this week. I wanted to know what you do to break in the clutch. How many miles do you like to put on it before you go watt? Honestly, between 300 to 500, but if you do a lot of city driving where you're doing a lot of clutch actuation, in and out, you can be on the lower side of the 300 to 500. But if you do mostly highway driving, I would aim towards the 500. I know it seems like a lot, but you'd want to transfer as much pad material over to the other side just to make sure that you're not going to glaze the motherfucker once you actually, go watt, and then you put some extra strain on the clutch. You want it to actually have some material on the other end to rub up against, and it'll last you a long time instead of glazing shit over. Hello. What's up? Hope all is well. Damn, Alex, love the new setup. Look, Lund Racing has done a real smart move, in my opinion. Moved over to Florida, got away from Pennsylvania with all their shitty laws and shitty shit everywhere. So I think it's a very smart move for them to kind of, it's a legit setup. And that right there is a hangar door. That's right. This is a hangar. Okay. He can stuff planes in here, whatever, but he's got his cars. You could see there's a Windvale Blue 05 V6. They're going to Coyote swap. The Terminator swap, the 6RAD swap Terminator is back there. Nardi's 2021 automatic 10R80 cars back there. My 19 MT82 is outside, and we got the Grey Goose. We got the F350, the whole 9 yards. Nestor A10 S550. Alex, I'm about to sell my 19 S550, keeping my Engage. Do I upload the stock file back in, or can I leave the tune in it for the buyer? Leave the tune in it for the buyer, but keep the Engage. I plan on using the Engage for the wife's Explorer ST. Very smart. I would definitely leave the tune in the car. If you upload the stock tune in the car, how's the Pro Charger going to run, Nestor? How's the Pro Charger going to run if you have stock MAF data, stock injector data, stock fuel system data? It's not going to run well. So if I were you, Nestor, leave the tune in it. Tell him it has a good running pump gas Lund tune in it. And if he then wants to buy a RTD Plus, then he's going to have to let us know that, hey, this is Nestor's old car. He's going to have to pay extra money to keep the revisions going. But if he doesn't make many changes to the car, he doesn't need many revisions at all. Dude, Deep Impact Blue for the win. FK a la verga, cuz exactly. I don't have any of the soundboard stuff. I apologize, guys. No soundboard stuff because it's just too cumbersome to bring in a suitcase and have it, have it work properly. I need to be relaxed in a little studio to make all that stuff work. Bet they're enjoying the Florida life. Look, seniors installing the pool and this shit, and it's February. Juniors' kids are in the pool in February. So I wouldn't really, they don't regret the move. Initially, I'm sure they probably second guessed their decision. If they came down here and they thought it was going to be, Pitbull and Will Smith, and if you guys move to Florida and you think it's going to be Pitbull and Will Smith, unless you're in Brickell, Miami, you're not going to get Pitbull and Will Smith. But they were very honest about their expectations here. They came here to a more rural part of of Florida, more on the north side, way north of me, at least 3.5 hours away from me. I drove up here at 4:30 in the morning, got here at 8, and started working right away. So the fact that Junior can enjoy the pool with his kids in February, okay, the fact that they can be in shorts all the time, flip-flops, 24/7, 365, that makes it desirable. Not only that, the laws are super nice and super convenient for people that are in the hot rodding community. There's no inspections here. There's no state ref. You could do whatever technically you could do whatever you want. But obviously, because of who, Bethany and all them, you got to kind of watch what you say. A lot of you guys are saying some dumb shit, especially in the ticket system, talking about driving your race cars on the street. No, avoid that language, please. Here's $5 towards your taxes. I got mine done. I owe $25,000. Fuck Joe Biden. We have swamp ass and mosquitoes in February. Fucking sucks. I don't know where the hell you live. I don't have that. What's the best setup for a badass NA Gen 2 build? Stop it. I've answered that a bazillion times, Juan Sanchez, and I'm not going to answer for you. Go back on my videos. There's a bunch of videos about that setup. Yo, Alex, if you're up here in the Tampa area, a great place to eat, Columbia, and I'm not going to Tampa. Are you fucking insane? You fucking insane. Tampa? Man, shit. I'm staying my ass here and getting right back to Palm Beach County the moment I can. Oh, go to Tampa. Yeah, I'm gonna suffer in traffic with a bunch of Michigan transplants to eat mediocre food in fucking Tampa. Get the fuck out of here. But thank you, John Shoemaker. Will the original RTD work with Bluetooth? Wow, he didn't listen to anything I said, did he? So the original RTD worked with Android only as of now. But yes, it will work with Bluetooth. As of now, it only works with Android. iPhone, you need to get a RTD Plus. So if you have an original RTD and you want to use a TDN network, I think you're SOL, and you might have to get an RTD Plus. But don't get mad at us for that, But that's not to say in the future some update might happen, and then you'll be able to use the RTD with iPhone, the original RTD. I don't know. I'm paying roughly $30,000 in taxes quarterly. Someone's flexing on how much they make. Juan Sanchez, go with Homer's Performance Garage. He'll make you a badass NA setup. Yes, look, I'm sorry. I can't answer setup questions that have been answered, beaten to death over the 6 or 7 years that I've been on this channel. I have told you guys the NA setup. I'm not going to repeat myself 15 times. I love you guys. Tons of videos of me talking about that. Again, Ngauge for the win. I mean, you're not wrong, bro. You are not wrong, Agent Orange. Can I get a TDN code here? That's what I mean. I'm at 2011 GT. People are literally like that. Once you start mentioning TDN, once you start mentioning apps, once you start mentioning things like that, people start going, what can I get? What can I get oh my God. Oh, so people go a little apeshit when it comes to that. I would wait until everything gets ironed out. The first to try stuff, look, if you're the first to beta test stuff, there's going to be quirks and little things we got to work out. Once we're 100% sure that we got this thing licked, and then anything that we request from them gets, done, I think it'll be a really good experience, to be honest with you. For you guys, for me, it'll be more work. Guarantee that the TDN is more work for the tuner, especially if you work in a ticket system, because there's basically two ticket systems, one for the TDN app and one for us. So we can't guess as to when the TDN app has been populated with your ticket. You're going to have to tell us in the ticket, by the way, I synced the data log and I synced the stock file. So go check it. And then we're going to have to go do that. There we go. Exactly. Beta's below. Nice. Alex, watch any of the lights out 13 feed. Man, those cars running 3.7s in the 8th was insane. Now, Mini Bike Madman, wasn't there a day where every single car spun and some drama happened online? Like, wasn't there some cars that just couldn't get down the track because it was greasy or whatever in the daytime? And then at nighttime, it was super tight and nice. There was some drama that came off on Facebook, and I thought it was pretty interesting to read. Thanks for getting my tune done today. This is Black Cat. Can't wait to get off work and feel the difference. See and feel. How are you going to see the difference? Alex, I want to switch to Lund. Just got a Lund Ngauge. Is there a way I can get a tune to be able to drive my car around until my Mantic breaks in without going watt? Hey, one slow 5-0. Why don't you just stay off of watt? You have the ability to not floor it. Why do people constantly rely on the tune to do everything for them? You have a foot. You can vary the amount of pedal you give the car. Why do you always rely on the tune to do everything for you? Hey, Alex, can I get a tune just to drive around until my clutch breaks in? Why does the tune have to be any different than a performance tune? And we just tell you, hey, don't go watt until your clutch is broken in. I've heard people say, hey, Alex, I need a Valet tune. I'm like, let me ask you a question. Did your Mustang come with 2 keys? They go, yep. I go, did you know that you can make your second key a Valet key? Really? I'm like, did you not read the owner's manual? Apparently, they don't read the owner's manual. That's what Junior said. Wait, and we'll let you know. But these motherfuckers started sending in invite codes. No, they don't send invite codes. We send invite codes. But no, they wanted to get the invite codes. The Grey Goose in the back. Yeah, the Grey Goose is bad. It's sitting nice, too. We did some work on the suspension. It's sitting nice. Really nice. LOL, Throttle. TB is in training there with Alex. What's he talking about? Wait, they aren't supposed to go watt after installing a clutch? Wait, we aren't supposed to go watt after installing a clutch? Hey, Alex, can you make the tune so that even if I go watt, it doesn't go watt in the tune so that come on, man. Just be an adult and don't go watt. Just be an adult and don't go watt. Cluster beat me to it. What did Cluster say? Cluster. I don't see anything. Cluster, need to remove the pedal extender mod. Oh my God. People go watt and AFRs 13.5 at 14 PSI and 28 because they want to feel the boost. I had a guy today goes, hey, the tune's at 10.7 AFR. It's too rich. I want more power. Why do you think 10 to 7 AFR is rich? Well, the rule of thumb is, Alex, 11 to 5 boosted, 12 to 5 NA. Yeah, that shit's over. Like, that shit's over. We have high compression Coyotes that make 460 horsepower with variable cam timing. The days of 11 to 5 and 12 to 5, that shit's over. Go look at Lambda and what Ford commands in Lambda. 0.85, 0.82 under cap protection in the 0.7s. That's right. Naturally aspirated, bone stock, under heavy wide open throttle use, Ford commands 0.7 something lambda, 10 to something 5 AFR stock. So when people look at a tune that says 0.79 at wide open throttle, which is like 11.1, 11.0, hey, that's too rich. You're taking away power. Okay, what if you're on the edge of the pump gas of the octane on 93 that you pumped being proper for the vehicle? Because obviously if you run it a little richer, it's a little safer. But let's say you got a bad batch of 93 and I'm running that sucker on the ragged edge. 11.8, 11.7, 0.85, 0.84 lambda boosted. And you're like, that's where I want it, 11.5 lambda. Then it blows up. If I listened to the customers and did what they wanted, this isn't Burger King. You're not getting it your way. This is Ruth Chris. You get it the way we give it to you. And you eat it because it's Ruth Chris. You don't go, hey, Ruth Chris, I love this awesome steak. Can I get some American cheese on it? Excuse me, what, sir? This steak needs American cheese on it. I'm paying you. I'm the customer. I can dictate how this steak is going to be cooked, bit. Here's your money back. Fuck off. Here's your money back. Fuck off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go to a high-end restaurant and tell them you want it done a certain way. Tell a doctor how to cut into you. I know you're going to go in through my fucking groin, but why don't you just take a more direct approach to the heart? It's silly to go in through my groin. Why don't you stab me on my side of my chest? It's less labor for you and we'll get done quicker. I'm paying you to do it. Do it the way I want. Shh. The moment you get a tune from Lund Racing, that's our car. It's not your car anymore. You have no say in the situation. It ain't yours. Why? Because we know more about you than your own car. Yes, I repeat, we know more about your car than you do. Alex, did you already mention what Cam's recommendation for Gen 1s? Just want to clarify. Yeah, a million times. A million times. Can I get some salt on my $120? Hey, you guys got any salt and pepper back there? Why? Yeah, it's a little bland. I like adobo. Hey, you guys got any adobo in the back? Adobo? Yeah, this steak would taste really good with some adobo and ketchup. Run my car at 11.5 AFR, please. I know more about my car than you do. No, you don't. Plain and simple. For those type of customers, I change the offset on their AFR gauge so they feel like they're riding on the edge. Oh my God. For those type of, already get the A1 sauce. But Alex, I'm a customer. Adobo and ketchup. Let me get some adobo and ketchup on that steak because I want you to give me one more degree and I want you to run it leaner. I want you to blow up. That's basically what you're saying. I want you, Alex, to make my car blow up because one day I get a bad batch of 93 and bye-bye. I wish I had the bye-bye sound clip, but I don't have it here. But Alex, please repeat it for me. Alex, please, you guys got any honey barbecue sauce at Ruth Chris? You guys got any honey barbecue? Because, I mean, the steak is good, but not great. Some BBJ sauce. My God. I still get it medium. Just tells the guys asking stupid questions, just refer them to be Turvy Racing. Y'all got adobo and ketchup in the tune or nah? Says Bit Papa. BBJ sauce. Yeah, so look, a lot of the times we have to be really patient. And then with the TDN app, you're going to have to be really patient once the bugs are worked out. Right now, like, I'll give an example. I went to my car, I went to sync, and it had some trouble syncing. Well, when the Ford was syncing with the phone, because it's the phone I'm syncing with, it had trouble syncing with both. So I turned off the radio, turned off the car, turned off everything, and synced the RTD Plus on its own. And then I was able to turn, key on, and it was still Bluetooth connected to the RTD, and it didn't connect the radio. And I was able to data log and load tunes and stuff like that. So little things like that are something that you're going to have to learn eventually. Once we become really well versed in how it works, we'll make video of how it works. There's some videos out there right now, guys. If you guys go on YouTube, there's some videos right now that tell you how to use it. But I think once you get a video from us, meaning a beginning to end process, you'll kind of understand what we're talking about. That Foot Locker sauce, if that steak goes back to the kitchen, you're getting more than adobo and ketchup. You're going to get spit on it. I see you finally got your own shop. Nice. Yeah, I wish. This shop is, I don't have $1 million. This shop is ridiculous. I love how in the email it says, we are the captains now. Y'all know more than me, so I'm good with it. Don't like the RTD. I've got Ngauge for sale for $2K, says Mr. King. I don't think you're going to be able to get $2K. This is why. And I'll tell you why you guys won't be able to get $2K for an Ngauge. It's discontinued. So, yes, you guys are going to go, yes, it's the last one made. They don't make them anymore. There's less of them in the market, so they're worth more money. You know what's also discontinued? Support. You have a screen that goes bad, you're fucked. You have a cable that goes bad, you're fucked. The motherboard gets ripped out the bitch, you're fucked. My favorite guys are the guys that put the Ngauge in the AC vent. So you're blowing cold air at the back of the motherboard. In Florida, it gets really hot. So what happens when you have a really hot Ngauge and then you start blowing cold air at it, or vice versa? Very cold Ngauge, then you open the doors and it's 85, 90 degree, 100% humidity of swamp ass weather. What do you think is going to happen to the motherboard that is now 65 degrees? Right, you're going to collect moisture in it. So you guys that keep mounting the Ngauge in the center of the dash blow my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. So you want to, and then they go, hey, Alex, I had 99% of the issues of the people, 99% of the people that had issues with their Ngauge are people that mount it in the dash. They take out one of the vents, put it in there, and they go, what happened? Oh, Alex, it stopped working. The screen doesn't work anymore because I've frozen it and heated it up 500 times. $2,000 paperweight if the Ngauge fails, not worth it. I stuff socks behind my Ngauge in the vent. Condensation. The Ngauge is VHS now. My car doesn't have AC, so I'm good, says 661 Racing. I got an unlocked Ngauge. Okay, good for you. Look, in my opinion, you shouldn't pay more than, I'm say no more than $500 for an Ngauge. If it is unlockable, if it is able to be used on the vehicle, and it's, you still have ways of using it, no more than 500. I don't care what anyone says, because you don't have any more support. No firmware updates, no extra screens, no extra cables, no extra motherboards. I don't want to take that risk. Damn, good point. I'm moving mine. 6'3" soldier. That's why my Ngauge smells like rotten Parmesan. But they got to wait them gauges constantly. Trust your tuner. I mounted mine on the windshield and used it as a shift light at night. I always thought about it, but never owned one, so I didn't care, but I do need one now, says Douche Did It. My Ngauge stays in the climate-controlled house, bitch. All right. Once the tune is uploaded to the car, there's no reason to have it mounted anywhere. You could keep that bitch in the glove box until the car starts acting funny. I'm going to be honest with you. On the way up here, I've had boost issues with the Vortec, and I think it's the bypass. We're going to do a smoke check tomorrow, and we're going to see if the bypass is acting up. If the spring in it is messed up, the diaphragm in it is messed up, we're going to see if there's an issue with that. And we're going to do that via a smoke check and just put about 5 PSI, because the smoke machine puts out about 5 PSI. So we think that's the issue. But on the way up, one of the lines started to come slightly loose, and my car started acting weird. On diesel, it started popping a lot. And I'm like, this car does not have a burble tune. So sure enough, I take the glove box, I take the Ngauge out of the glove box, plug it in, and right there I see it's running lean. So I stop, open the hood, one of the lines is creeping out, push it back in, tighten up the clamp, go on my way, take the glove box, make sure it's fueling properly, put it back in the, look at the Ngauge, make sure it's fueling properly, put it back in the glove box. I paid $350 for mine 2 months ago. Give me the BBJ manual Ngauge. Whatever he's talking about. Dad is trying to be a little too much of a comedian. Mount the Ngauge on the bitch, says Junior Y. But my STFT fluctuate. Matt 2011 GT, that is the biggest concern every customer has. So let's talk about short-term fuel trims. Remember, guys, the last word in the T in STFT is trims. So let's explain what trimming is. Let's say you're flying a plane and you put in a heading 210 or whatever. You put in a heading and the plane starts to turn towards that heading because it's on autopilot. The plane is not going to be in a straight line, right? It's not going to go bam and stay there the whole time. It's going to trim. It's trying to maintain something you're commanding. So I'm commanding 14.0 stoic. I'm commanding 0.85 watt lambda. I'm commanding many things. Cams are moving, engines rotating, air is passing through the MAF. So the short-term fuel trims are constantly adjusting and moving to maintain what you're commanding. No different than if you tell a plane, go this way, put it on autopilot, and the plane is trying to maintain altitude, trying to maintain a level flying, characteristics. It's constantly trimming up, down, left, right, just like the short-term fuel trims. The short-term fuel trims are supposed to move all the time, because conditions change all the time. So guys, please stop looking at the short-term fuel trims moving and thinking it's an issue. If you think there's an issue, data log it, send it to the tuner that knows what he's looking at, and he'll let you know. And if he says, how's the car running? Running really good, but I was really concerned about the AFR and fuel trims. Logs look good. And then if you don't believe them, that's on you, buddy. That is on you if you don't believe your tuner. I don't know, but they're moving. They're supposed to be moving. We just had a 1910 RD PP car in on trade, thinking about getting it for a daily with SVT. My STFT stayed at 1.0 at idle. Bullshit. It's always 9998 101 or something like that. Hell, I've seen idiots ask why the AFR goes 44.1 when they let off at throttle. Wow. That blows my mind. Is it normal for my exhaust to pop miss at idle frequently for the car to bog after I rev? Bog? What do you mean bog? I've changed everything I can think of. Spark plugs, cold packs, injectors. Did you data log it at any time and send it into a tuner? 09? Have you done that yet? The first thing you should have done is that instead of throwing parts at it. Loaned my Ngauge to woman driven. Now it smells like the motherboard got moisture on it. Ew. Let me get rid of this comment here. I had positive knock and never could figure it out. Burnt rings a little on nitrous. Figured that was the issue. But Alex Alfredo Diaz says, my AFR changes when I'm revving it at the meet. I've heard that one too. Hey, my AFR is constantly moving. So what's the problem? Shouldn't it stay slammed at 14.0? No. Hey, Alex, my AFR, when I switched to the E85 tune, went from 14.0 to 10.0. Fix it in the tune, please. What's the stoic of E85? My God. Just throw parts at it. Just use the Ngauge to monitor knock because I have it on 3 kit. Oh, Alex, the issue you're having along with the Vortec on your 19, is that a common issue? No, mine's weird. The only thing I changed in the car, believe it or not, was the engine. I had a ringland failure on piston number 7. So I ended up changing out the engine. Blower stayed the same, belt stayed the same, pulley stayed the same, MAF stayed the same, injector stayed the same, everything stayed the same. So there's obviously something we either routed wrong or the diaphragm on the bypass is junk. The Lunds have that big boy money. Look, the Lunds are not where they're at because of being lazy or luck. Some of the hardest working people on the planet are the guys at Lund and Cheryl at Lund Racing. Okay. Today, if you saw them walk around, you'd be like, oh my God, all they do is work. So this isn't a lucky thing. This isn't a thing where they were born with it. They come from humble beginnings and did really well for themselves. They inspire the shit out of me every time I come up here. That dude in blue tuned my car, runs good. Hey, Alex, says Timothy Fush. Let me highlight your shit right here. What is the upper limit of LU47s on a boosted Gen 3? And when does it become necessary to upgrade to a bigger injector when running a similar stoic fuel as 93? Anything above 670, 680. Look, I made 700 on pump gas, but I wouldn't recommend that long term. Because obviously you saw what happened with a 3.6 pulley and an open blower. So I wouldn't really live in the 700 range with a stock fuel pump, stock fuel rail, booster pump. You're kind of living not on the edge, but anything can happen with stock parts when you're stressing them out that much. I would definitely look for aftermarket rails and at least 1,000 cc injector just for headroom. Pimpin' since 1997 says, Alex, I'm new to boost. I have a Gen 3 Vortec on pump gas. What is the normal AFR at what? 0.77 to 0.79 lambda is what we command. Not AFR. Don't look at AFR. Stop looking at AFR. So if it's showing 110, it's adding fuel. Yeah, it's attempting to add fuel, meaning it's a lean condition. It senses a 10% variable in what you're commanding. Again, you're commanding 14.0 stoic. And if the computer senses we have to target more fuel, at least 10% more fuel to target that stoic point, we have a leak somewhere or incorrect math data. But 9 times out of 10, if the tuner's legit, it's usually a leak. Ended up putting a Barton Hybrid 3 and holy hell, it's a must. But that shit, it gets hot as fuck. Assuming I'll build it. I've never had an issue with a hot shifter with the Barton shifter. Never. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate the knowledge. You got it, sir. Robzilla Garage says, history of humble beginnings of Lund Racing coming soon. Guys, that's been documented. Go back on the channel. We've had the Lunds on 50 times. They come on, stop it. You can make 1,000 horsepower pump gas. It's a great way to release crankcase pressure. Elijah says, I got 4 rails for sale if anyone wants them, but do they have provisions for a fuel rail pressure sensor? Gen 3. Why are these likes so low? I don't know, Edgar Santos. They have to get on it. I can't put a gun on into someone's head and say, like the show. I've tried to be really good. Look, I bring the laptop. I shouldn't have brought the laptop. I should have just taken this week off and said, fuck it. But I thought these guys would like to get a peek at Lund Racing HQ because we don't really get many looks like this. So I said, let me bring this up. And it's a whole thing. They had to bring out the router. I have a hardwire connection. I worked all day after driving up 4:30, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not trying to do a sob story, but I'm trying to get you guys content. And if the likes are on the low side, what are you going to do? You can only do what you can do to entertain the people. And if they appreciate it, all they need to do is hit the like button. Saw the Snap-on wretches on eBay, said you own them. Dang, just now tuning in. That background makes me feel like I fast forwarded 3-5 years from now. You're going to have all that and more. I hope so. Like, this is a dream. This is a hangar, guys. This is a legit hangar. Let me see if I can take the camera and show you guys around. Let me see. So this is, oh man, this is, let me see. I'll probably disconnect. So there we go. So show you guys around everywhere. So that's, these are the racks. This thing has a crazy stupid fan up there. Let me get rid of this comment here so you guys can see better on the camera. Yeah, so that's the Grey Goose, obviously. For those of you that don't know the Grey Goose, 730, quickest 6R80 car on the planet, period. There is no micro record. Senior seems to love wheels and tires, and he's got a whole collection of GT500 stuff here. He's got some billet specialties back there. Got a badass trailer back there. He's kind of got it going on. So, they've done well for themselves, and happy to be a part of that slight growth, even if it's in a tiny, tiny capacity. Yeah, they do. I bought for my Gen 3, but my friend parted out his Gen and I bought his 4 fuel system. Nice. I would die for those lifts. It's badass. I mean, he's got a ton of room. Let me move out of the way, okay? Because I'm kind of in the way. But you guys can kind of get a general sense of the place when I get out of the way. There's a ton of room in the center there. And I wish I could walk around with the camera and give you a better look, but I can't. But, and the cars he has back there are super badass. The Cobra, Nardi's 21, the GT500 is back there. Some cool shit. If Senior shows up, I'm going to say, hey, can you turn it on? Can you turn on the Grey Goose? See how it sounds on the thing. That place looks like an automotive palace. How much horsepower in that hangar? Okay. So Grey Goose, 1800. The blue GT500 makes 1300. So 1800, 1300, that's 3100, right? 3100 and 2 cars. Then we got the Blue Goose makes about 1500, so that's 4600 and 3 cars. Then the Black Bean with the 3.8 Whipple makes 1100. So carry the one. That's about 1 million horsepower and 4 cars. They have it's a badass shop. I thought that was a green screen. No lie. No, it's not a green screen. It's legit. Make a note. Alex said the Cobra was badass. 6R80 swapped Cobra. 1800. Fuck yeah, that makes it. When you do the math and it goes close to 190 at 3,500 pounds. This is not a 2,700 pound Fox. These are stock doors, the cage. I mean, the only carbon parts are the hood and the trunk. Everything else is as it came from the factory. Can you have Senior give you a noogie? No, thank you. Where did the name Goose come from? That's a good one. I don't know. If he shows up, I'll ask him, but I don't know. I have no idea. Bad shot, poke opening a window, open the entire wall. Couch ain't touching the wall. Yeah, the couch does not touch the wall here, and you can move the wall if the couch touches it. I'm nowhere near that. Turvey's one car is gonna make that. Well, if the 352 is as badass as he said it is, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Oof, man, my butt cheeks are fucking super chafed on this stool. Man, it's not a good time. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people, specifically ones that are waiting for the TDN app to pop off, I would say wait. If you have a RTD, if you have an Ngauge, if you have a whatever you have, I would really wait until everything is vetted so that everything is totally knocked out, no bullshit, no quirks. You can just use it. There's plenty of videos out there. Like a lot of people that bought the GT500, the 2020 GT500, they had to go through the growing pains, a couple of motors. And like, look, there are guys that got in on the ground level of GT500 and barely went eights. Then guys that waited were going eights their first time at the track, meaning there were people that have had GT500s, 2020 GT500s, 2 years trying to go eights. They finally go eights, and then someone else with one shot when they went out there went eights, and they must have been like, what the hell? I had to do so much shit to make this thing do what it does. Okay, answering text. Sorry, guys. Oh, Senior's here. Senior's in the house. I think he came back from taking Dakota up in the plane. They were doing some flight stuff. Jared Wells. I love you, Jared Wells. I love you, brother. We got chafed butt cheeks. What is Complex Girl doing? She's probably watching the show from home. Alex, Bonderbird versus It's Just a Six for ModNats 2022. I mean, is It's Just a Six stick or auto? That actually matters. 953, 60 to 130 normal for a full bolt-on Gen 2, or should it be quicker? Probably about right. And what do you mean full bolt-on? A BBK 18 manifold header car is not full bolt-on. Sorry, whoever told you that lied to you. Let someone else's wallet vet the beta stuff. 100%. Hey Alex, should I put a trans and oil cooler on my F450? Not sure if you would know. Hey Senior, do you have a cooler and do you have anything aftermarket in the F450 to tow that trailer? Nothing. What's the size of the trailer? 40-foot trailer, gooseneck. How much do you think we're towing with the car loaded? 10,000? 11? Nothing aftermarket, never had a trans issue? Okay, 15,000 pounds in it? No issues with the trans or? And you had no issues with the trans temps or anything? No. Okay, there you go. Thanks. Some guy was wondering because you have an F450. Yeah, he said he hasn't done shit to it. He literally says he's towed up to 15,000 pounds with it when he moved from Pennsylvania here. He goes, no issues. So you're saying CAI new wheels isn't a build? Exactly. You see that S197 with a twin turbo Demon engine? Yeah, like 100 times. Thoughts on it, or you don't give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. The car's cool. It's fast. The dude, I don't like the dude. I had beef. He probably doesn't even know. I don't like the fucking dude. Back from the Pro Charger days, he popped off on some dumb shit. I still remember that shit. My F250 weighs 8,000 pounds, so that's that. Okay, 15,000 is baby weight for an F450. I know. Then why is this guy asking about a trans cooler and shit? I don't know. You gonna turn that thing on or no? Yeah. Yeah, if you could turn it on for like not long, unless the cold starts are an issue. Oh, that'd be cool if he could turn it on for you guys so you could listen. Does he have the sauce toe tune? No. Yeah, the F450s can't be tuned right now, as far as I know, right? F450s can't be tuned as far. They can?
Yeah, 2020 and 2021 can. There's a couple people. You have to flash the ECU directly. You have to pull the computer out and direct.
Like old Dodges where you have to like Oh, do you have to unlock it and then?
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that shit. How do you tune an A14 without an Ngauge? Whatever. Well, if you don't like him, I don't like him. Team Alex. That's how you roll. If people ask me something and I don't like the dude, then that's how you roll. Damn, the fastest Dodge Demon is a Mustang. Could you imagine the fastest Dodge Demon is a Mustang? Blow, that's crazy. And it's an S197 Mustang on top of that. I would say we called that mild bolt-on with headers, intake, manifold, cold air intake. And yeah, it's not full bolt-on. Like he says full. To me, full bolt-on is full, everything. Cobra Jet, mono, maybe cams, but you guys might think cams are like motor work. Like you guys go cams or motor work. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Junior took off. Yeah, everyone took off. Cheryl took off too. And Dodge guys flexing. Are Dodge guys mad that the fastest Demon on the planet motor is in an S197 chassis? That's ridiculous. Bondo Bird says it's just a 6 has an MT82. Well, if it's just a 6 has an MT82, regular RST clutch, Gen 2, blah blah blah. Based on what I've seen, I love you, Bondo Bird. My heart is with Bondo Bird. My wallet is with it's just a 6. Again, if I'm gonna bet with my heart, I bet with Bondo Bird. If I'm going to bet with my wallet, it's just a 6. Why? Because it's simple. The setup is very simple. Boosted A10 Gen 3. After going walk, car pulls like a champ. But once I get down to 1500 RPMs, car makes a couple of popping noises in the misfire. Thoughts? You just have a congratulations. You have a burble tune. I don't know. Honestly, 2 or 3 things could be happening. The aftermarket injectors could be puddling a little bit. And when you let off and you're coming off of decel, right? When you let off the gas, the car shuts off the injectors. When you let off the gas, the car shuts off the injectors. And we call that coasting fuel shut off or decel fuel shut off or DFCO or whatever, coasting fuel, whatever. And when they turn back on, they might make a little burble, kind of like the combustion might be uneven. So it might make a little burble here and there. Nothing to be concerned of. John Alex said, fire him. Oh, shit. I forgot to ask you about the PBH Road Race Fox body. I saw you drive it yesterday. Did you ever get a second chance to test it out? Nope. Once Perdomo left PBH, I really haven't gotten a hold of him. And that's how it works in this industry. Like, if we only saw each other at Power by the Hour and you leave Power by the Hour, we're probably not going to cross paths anymore. It's just a 6, has a Magnum XL in the 350. I sold it to him. His black car will be Auto 400 most likely. He's pulling the MT82 out. Don't bet on Bondo Bird. Takes 82 weeks for payment to go through. Oof. You opened yourself up for that one. Chevy and Dodge guys always need Ford bodies to go fast. Ain't that the truth? Every Chevy guy that is diehard Chevy has the nerve, and they think they're getting on our nerves by putting an LS in a Fox body. All you're doing is proving that you need Ford parts to go fast. Well, the chassis is good, but you got a 9-inch in it or an 8.8. You got 10 bolt in the bitch, right? The only other Chevy parts is the motor and Glide or Turbo 400. Everything else is more than likely Ford. So you need a Ford something to go fast. Do everything Chevy. If you're a real deal Chevrolet guy, do everything Chevy. The moment you consider a Fox, you lose the argument Chevy versus Ford. You literally lose it. Sorry. Looking to do ESS G3 kit on my 16 GT. Goes around 650. Here we go. Looking for a fun street car. Looking for a Sun street car. Is it worth doing a manifold? E85 also readily available. You need a fuel system. 650 to 700 is easy on pump gas, 10 psi. You could do an 18 manifold. 16 GT. I mean, you could do an 18 manifold, lock out the IMRC, make good high RPM power, but I think you could do that with a stock manifold and retain some of the low end torque. Torque and Bean Sauce says, mixed bread all day. I don't care what the hell it is, as long as it's fast and fun or loud. No, what I'm saying is there's Chevy diehard guys out there. And they have the nerve to say, oh, it's only, built Ford tough with Chevy stuff or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't want to put my Coyote stuff in a Trans Am because I know the Ford is superior. 4-link, drag radials, triangulated 4-link drag radials, and light chassis done. There's lightweight Chevy shit out there, but these guys that are diehard Chevy homos need a Ford to go fast. Yonce says, "What's Senior's favorite car he's ever owned?" I don't know. Alejandro Flores, I'm not tripping. I'll drag that ass, and you couldn't convince me otherwise. I'm sorry, you're gonna miss third. You're gonna miss third, Bondo. On a race between Bondo Bird and It's Just a Six. This is the main bet is who's gonna win. The side bet is who's gonna miss a gear. And what else? That's it. Yeah, who's gonna miss a gear first? Because one of them is gonna miss a gear, and who's gonna win the race? So there's a bunch of side betting you can have happen there. I can't find Lund Racing HQ online. I would like to go there. No, fuck no. There's a reason you can't find Lund Racing online. We don't want you here. No, guys, seriously, love you. There is no reason to visit here. There's guys in an office working in a high volume environment. There is no tour. There is no museum. There is no taking a break. If you happen to find us by some absolute miracle, maybe they'll be like, hey, check this out. But 9 times out of 10, we're not going to trust you. We don't know, some stranger knocking on our door isn't probably going to be met. You know why? When strangers start knocking on our door, I don't think we're happy to open that door. Do you know what I'm saying? Alex, I did research on the Coyote manifolds. The stock 1117 was designed for mostly low-end torque. The Cobra Jet was basically second generation Boss 302. My mind was blown. Second generation Boss 302. Sure. If you think that's proper, absolutely. Who's going to blow the engine up first? It's Just a Six to blow another engine up. That's another side bet. Yes. Who's going to miss third? Who's going to win? Who's going to blow up? That's a good side bet right there. Bonderbird, your ass will get bad, says E-Rock. Giovanni says, what if they both miss a gear? Oof, then it's a push. Then, no one pays out. It's to push. At Jared Wells, I can drive just fine. I had a mechanical issue that I found and corrected. That's right. The mechanical issue was the foot and his right hand. And he put Pookie in the seat just to make sure he can run. Senior loves it. He just hears it in the background. While you're looking for Lund Racing HQ, find me Ariana Grande Lives. I want to tour that. SK Performance Jeff says, the EPA has drone watching Lund right now. I'll ride with Bondo, says Second Shift Racing. Look, with my heart of hearts, I vote Bondo. With my wallet, It's Just a Six. If you happen to find them, it's a must-have to go past the guards. You won't get past the guards. If you think you're going to bum rush this place, you're going to be Swiss cheesed up. Be smart. Come correct. Everyone is on Bondo today. I love Bondo. You know how it is with friends. You treat them like shit. If I like you, I generally treat you like shit. Except Senior. I love him. I respect him. I treat him great all the time. I'll go with Bondo also, says 661. What's the charge on the 6-month revision window? My ticket is over a year old. Do I reply to that or start a new one? Reply to the old ticket. Tell them, you need to re-up your revision window, and it's $150 for 6 months. Tim says, hey, Alex, what suspension mods would you recommend to improve 60 foot from 1.7 to 1.5? The IRS has already been upgraded with the necessary stiffening mods, SI50 Gen 3. If it's an auto, Tim, converter. If you already have a converter, a set of Vikings and maybe a Steeda, the Steeda Springs are probably the best thing that you can go do for yourself. SI50 Johnny says, Bondo will get to third in 80 weeks. Wow, the 80-week jokes are just flying. You're nuts. Have you seen the Sister Seeks race stick? My money is on Bondo. Have you seen Bondo race a stick? I miss Alex making fun of me, says 661 Racing. You had an auto and you never even drove your car, 661 Racing. Once I found out you never drove your car, I was done. You had a bigger, heavier guy race your shit. I mean, come on, Carlito. It wasn't even turned on. Let Senior give TB give him a live interview. Bondo will finish reading the Twilight series before getting to third. I mean, Alfredo, that's kind of weird that you know what that even is, because I don't know shit about the Twilight series. They got to stand your ground law in Florida. Go ahead and tempt fate and bum rush the Lund facility. If people feel threatened here, they can blast off, so be smart. How the fuck that works, says Chase M. You never even had your car. Because 6-in-1 Racing couldn't get it. If you miss me making fun of you, man, that I'm telling you, that's that can be done, no problem. You never even had your car. How the fuck they got? Okay, already got that. I got all your comments. All right, guys, I'm gonna be getting close to getting out of here pretty soon. So if you have any comments, concerns, you have about 5 minutes, and then I'll get the hell out of here. We're gonna go the Casa de Lund, have some dinner, and then come back early, bright and early, do some more training on TDN stuff. Probably get the Grey Goose ready to go to the track. Run yeah, do it up. Yeah, Senior's gonna start the car. Why not? Okay, start her up. Let's go. Let's party. You guys are gonna get a little treat, for the car. Engaged. Chugga. Vroom. That bit's on back. It doesn't sound like a coyote. Ooh. What's the compression on that motor? 12-to-1? What cams are in it? Special, no?
Comp stage 3 blower, because we couldn't get the NA.
Okay. You prefer the NAs?
Yeah. We got a lot more duration on the exhaust.
Okay.
We had to put them in a different spot.
I remember you guys moved, you left the exhaust alone, but you moved the intake?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Gen 2 stuff though, right? Everything's Gen 2 stuff in the front. Everyone's like, that thing sounds mean. Oh, Senior, say you're in the way, Senior. What are you going to look at? It's a car. Yeah. Oof. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so cams. You heard him say it has comp stage 3 blower cams. Everyone's out there with special spec this, special spec that. And he said he prefers the NA cams. So Gen 2 comp cam stage 3 cams are, I think, in the Blue Goose, right, Senior? The Blue Goose has NA cams? Senior! The Blue Goose has NA cams?
Correct.
NA, yeah. So the Blue Goose has comp cam stage 3 NA cams. This has comp cam stage 3 blower cams. So this thing's a bad bitch. So the goal is to look, obviously the goal is 6s. In my opinion, this thing, the power it makes, we just got to be able to put it down and get out of the hole, and hopefully everything survives, keep the nose down. We can do 190 mile an hour plus. It's still a 6R80 with a 4R200 hub built by Power by the Hour, 12-to-1 compression. Gen 2 control pack, Gen 2 everything on the car, 8.8, still an 8.8 with a 3-link. It's still a 3-link 8.8 with just, UPR upper and lowers with a TIG Vision anti-roll bar. It's got 285 pumps, Senior. 295 pumps. ID 2000s, ID 2600s. Shit. Oh, that's the axle. Yeah, you can put it up to the camera. The camera has pretty good resolution. So look at the bent axle right there, guys. That happened. How long was that axle in there? And how many spline is that?
35 spline Pro Series Strange.
9-inch ends, 5/8 studs. And we bent that axle.
Both of them actually bent.
Both axles are bent. And that's sheer weight. The car weighs 35 plus with you in it. 3522. Okay, so we're bending axles, so we put new axles in it, and this thing is it's a serious ride, so you got to treat it a certain way. So hopefully we can go to the track Wednesday, and then the goal is low 7s, or I don't know if we can bust a 6.
I don't think we'll bust a 6 until we get weight out of it. We'd like to back up our low 730.
Right.
My grandson Evan says low 720s at 195.
I mean,
He's 9.
It's been 190 before 189.
Really good with math, yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll do it. It's just all in that 60-foot.
60-foot, yeah.
Really
I told Junior, we don't have to shoot for 115, but if we can like average 117, 116.
It ran a 734 on a 120.
On a 120.
Yeah, so
Wow.
if we can pull a
117, 16,
that we're down at 730, and we
High
haven't
20s.
not turned this motor up out back yet. We've only hit 36, 37 pounds.
And we're targeting 45 or so by the next. So we've only been 36 psi with the motor.
37.
We're looking to be at 45 next time we go to the track to see if we can absolutely get it going. Yes, I'm going to try to get you guys video, but the main goal, guys, is to get this car. This is an R&D piece. This is more of a nut swinging thing. We're like, hey, we're going to go out there and see what the 6R80 can do. So the main goal is to get the car down the track. If I can get some video, great. We're going to all go. We're going to all have our iPhones and Androids and take video from different ends. But the main thing is get him lined up, get him straight, make sure he gets back and forth safely, and see what the best time we can do. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to see if I can get some food, and I'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, talking shit again, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you guys got a nice little view of the Casa de Lund twisted axles and got to hear the nastiest sounding Coyote I've heard in a very long time. And it has off-the-shelf cams. There you guys go. We actually practice what we preach. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Thanks for joining. See you later.